Hello there, this is Agent, and I got myself a new figure. Amongst our COVID crisis, I went on to Amazon and I got this guy for myself. So as you can see, we have Hoist, and we're just gonna get right into this thing here. So package right there, yeah, pictures on side, product stuff on the back. Let me adjust the camera just a little, and there you go. And then you have your picture on the side, which is very nice looking, and then you have your bottom and you have your top. Now that is pretty much it for the packaging. He does come with an insert on the inside, and if you remember, I was talking about Starscream and how he did not come with one of these, and Hoist did. So we can actually take this little card thing, and you can kind of see it right there in the light, but as you go across, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but if you go across, you can start to see things pop in there, and you get some writing there, and there's Junkie on, which a lot of you will know, and you know, there's just things that just kind of pop out on there, and trying to get that so the light's not reflecting off of it. But yeah, okay, so that's our big thing right there, Junkie on. So there we go. Pretty cool. That kind of reminds me of the G1 days. Let's see. G1 days, we had something like that, and you could go like that. See? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, this guy here, this is Walmart reissue Astro Train. He does not come with one of these things. But his box was right there, and it's definitely G1-esque, and it does have that somewhat thing, although you can see it in real life with no problem. But you guys all know that. So anywho, on with Hoist. So here he is, and I'm just gonna get that out of here. It's a good figure. He does come with another set of instructions, which I have been enjoying the instructions on these newer figures. They're a lot easier to read than some of the other ones. Like, say for instance, the Studio Series Constructicons, because for the life of me, I can't understand some of those, and I have to resort to watching other people's videos, which is all right, because I do enjoy watching other people's videos as well. Anywho, Hoist is a new, what do we say? This would be an 80s pickup truck, tow truck looking thing. He's very reminiscent of G1. He has, you know, he's green, he's got the stripes, he's got all this funky stuff on the back. The G1 was a little bit bigger in size, but they did a very good job on this figure as well, making it look like G1. He does have the translucent windshield and translucent headlights. You can see body parts underneath there. They really do just kind of stick out on this section. It's very hollow. And yeah, he's got big old Autobot symbol. He's got some orange stuff, and looking good, looking good. Comparison wise, here he is with Mirage. I don't think I've done a video on this guy yet. I should get to that soon, I think. Keep saying that, but finding the time can be so difficult sometimes. So, but anyways, there he is. And then we'll do it with another Earthrise figure, and there he is with the Starscream. So that's pretty good size comparison, considering he's a jet and he's a truck. And I think I have, well, I have him, but he's not exactly in a truck mode, so I will show him later. We'll just stick him off to the side. We'll show him later for comparison. But there we go. So this guy here, here's his weapon carry thing placement. It's on the side, and there's another one on this side you can place that on, and you can also place it on the back here, and you can put it on another spot right there if you wish. It's your, you can do what you want. You can put it down here, but then he won't roll. He doesn't roll with it there. I do believe you can put it in this wheel right here. There you go. And you can also put it in this wheel right here if you choose. all good choices. I prefer right there. Yeah. All right, so we'll take that off. He also has these things up on top, which you can rotate like that, and it kind of looks like beacon lights or wings, or I really don't know the purpose of them in this mode. That's why I think they just stick them back. But if you move them to the side, you can pull this out, and flip these back around, and you'll notice this thing has a little wheel on it, so that way he can tow vehicles, because that little wheel wheelies. So yeah, I don't have anything to connect to this yet. I actually do. I just haven't gotten around to opening that figure. But you can tow stuff around with this. And he also has this little white guy in here, which, there, I think I got it. There we go. We can pop that out, and there it's like headlights or extra light bar or rockets or whatever your imagination chooses to make that into. It is there. So, all right. Well, that's about it for the playability as a truck. Why don't we go ahead and just get started on transforming him, and I'll do my best to try to remember, because I've had him for a while. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull his arms out from right there. Yeah. And then I'm going to pick that up there. Okay. And then I am going to take this part here and untab from here if I can. Yep, just untab that, and then these will come out back here. We're going to just deconstruct this guy completely and have a big ol' mess with that. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to pull this away to the side and up like that. I'm going to do the same on this side. Come on, there we go. Pulled up and away, and we're getting even more messy here. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to pull the legs out and straighten them out, and there we go. We have a waist and legs and a jobbled mess. No, that's all right. We're going to take that, we're going to lock that in place. We're going to take the front hood, we're going to lock that in place right here. And then we're going to take this, and we are going to just move these up and out of the way. We're going to push this out, and we're going to take this bit, undo that, and we're going to just lock that into place right there. I'm going to put those down for the time being, and then I'm going to rotate the arms. Nope, I'm going to leave the arms right there. I'm going to bring them down. I'm going to rotate them like that. Same on this side, rotate it down and rotate it around. So we have arms, and then we're going to take this top piece and we're going to flip it around to get our head, and then we're going to take this and we're going to lock it in place right like that. So that way it's like that, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, this, and this, and then we're going to say he's done. He is done. Super quick, super easy transformation, which is nice, which is very similar to the G1. I never actually had the G1. I can only go by pictures and other videos that I've seen, and the fact that I have always wanted to get this guy and Trailblazer when I was a kid, because I thought they looked cool. So there we go. And now the one thing about this guy that I'm not a fan of is that, as you can see, I barely touched him and he just plops over. His knees are so weak, and he's got double knees. I mean, so he can do that, but this top joint has, like, as you can see, it's got the little ribs, so you'd think it would be a little clickier, but they are not. They are not at all. I'm not happy with that. So, boo Hasbro, you could have done a little bit better with his knees. Other than that, the figure is great. I mean, he does what he's supposed to do. He pays homage to the G1 figure. As for this thing right here, you know, you can place it in any one of these little holes that you want, like that, or like that, or on this side, but generally you put this and you right into his hand and you slide it all the way down, because if I remember right, the G1, that's what he had. He had a little blaster thing for a hand on that side. So that's what I do with it. But he's very flat-chested, flat-bellied, which is all right. This has nice swivel there. I mean, it's a good figure. Rotation on the head goes complete 360, and because of this joint, you can get some very high looking up and very low looking down, which is very good. Arms will do a complete 360 with these things out of the way. They have a little bit of this wing up and down motion, but generally they will go all the way up, which looks weird to me. They will, yeah. So it's weird. You got the rotation right there. You got an elbow which is more than 90 degrees. His wrist will rotate, but that is it there. He does have waist rotation, but it is limited by the gunk that doesn't exactly tab in correctly on the back. There we go. So it's limited, but it's there. Limited, but there. And I think there's a, I'm going to see if I can get this to go a little bit further up. Nope, that's as far as that goes. Darn it. Yeah, that tap goes right into there. It's supposed to go right into there. Doesn't exactly go right into there. Maybe I didn't do something right. I'm looking to see if I did something right. And I want to say that it's supposed to, you know, like on some of the other guys, the bumper will go right into this section here, and I cannot seem to get that to go any higher so that it tabs into that spot. Let me see, what if I went like this? What if I went like this? There. And then I pull this up. There. Ah, there we go. There we go. And we'll get this, that goes up like that, and that tabs in. There. Now we have proper waist rotation and things tabbed in properly, but they still only go so far because of this back piece. We'll only allow it to go like that. Now I bet if we, nope. I'll try it with this. Nope. There is a way to get it to do 360, I'm sure. A little tilting and forcing, and there. A little bit of forcing and it does it. Legs will go up that far, and the nice thing is they go all the way back, and you can get his leg all the way to touch his back. He's a contortionist. He does have two knee joints, like I mentioned before, so he can go there for 90 and he can go there for another, you know, almost all the way. Or if you want, you can go just the low one, which is the transformation joint, and go all the way up that way. He also has upper leg rotation due to a peg. He does go all the way out, and he does offer ankle tilt, which is nice. Ankle tilt on these guys is great because it actually helps for a little bit more dynamic posing, which you almost need to do with this guy because of his gosh darn knees. There, he's standing. There. I don't want to touch him because I don't want him to fall over. All right, why don't we compare him with some other guys? Okay, first up we'll put him with Mirage. So there he is with Mirage, and he's going to tip over again because his knees. Let's see if we can get the wings to just kind of stop and there. And okay, we'll leave him alone. So there he is with Mirage. We'll move him off to the side. And then we will stick him with the Screamer, who is one of my faves of this line so far. I am currently looking for that double pack from Target. Unfortunately, I would have to actually go to the store to find him, and finding the what would the best way to say that? Finding the courage to go out. I don't know. I will go as just I have to have a reason to go into town because I don't live in a bigger city, so I have to travel. And then the other one that I enjoy is Grapple, and there he is next to Grapple, so that's a pretty good size comparison there. All in all, this guy's a good figure. I like him. I just wish his knees were a little bit stiffer, and you know, I remember to get that in there before you tack it down. But I'm not a fan of his truck mode. I really like his bot mode, but I don't like these wings. I mean, both modes have something about them I don't like. Like the truck mode is just a little too tiny. I mean, he compacts really well, but it just seems a little too tiny. And then on the bot mode, his knees and these wings back here, behind his arms, I'm really not a fan of those. But all in all, good figure. Worth the buy if you're a collector, yes. Worth the buy if you're a kid wanting to play with a toy. Yeah, because you know what, it's going to get junked anyway. So yeah, ultimately it's a good figure to buy. So that's all I got for today. So thanks for watching, and until next time.